What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Fulltime MMA, and we are here today to talk about Brandon Moreno's phenomenal performance against Kai Kara France. A lot of people are talking about this fight. It got the Fight of the Night award, and everyone's reacting to it, including the notorious Conor McGregor. But before we break down that reaction and what this fight means and what Brandon Moreno was able to accomplish last night, make sure you help a brother out. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. Don't be a baby back bagel biting beta male, because you know what time it is. It's Full-Time MMA. That's right. Last night, Brandon Moreno and Kai Kara France received the Fight of the Night bonus due to their phenomenal performance in the cage. Kai Kara France looked like he might have been on the way to winning that interim title until Brandon Moreno landed a nasty body kick that shut Kai Kara France down. It just took a little bit of ground and pound after that, and Brandon Moreno was able to secure that UFC interim flyweight title. And with that performance, Brandon Moreno, in my opinion, became one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters on the planet, definitely within that top 15. What he's doing down here, man, is phenomenal. Who he's doing it to, the Mexican spirit he's got, the boxing style, his jiu-jitsu has already been world-class, and just the way he's able to dig deep and what he was able to accomplish last night, and the implications of now we're going to potentially see this fourth Davison Figueiredo fight, which is, I can't wait for it. But what Brandon Moreno is accomplishing right now is, if you would have told me this 5 years ago, I would have never believed you. He's one of the guys that is making this flyweight division one of the most entertaining divisions in the sport. Back when Demetrius Johnson had his title reign, I mean, it was one of the most boring divisions because you kind of knew what was going to happen. Demetrius Johnson was too good. He had 11 consecutive title defenses. It didn't matter who he fought, he was going to win. And so it kind of had that diminishing effect. But now we've got a very entertaining division, and it starts with Brandon Moreno. It starts with Davison Figueiredo. Guys like Alexander Pantoja. I thought I told you. But this flyweight division is really starting to be one of my favorite, and that fight last night is part of the reason. I mean, Kai Kara France, he was looking good, but it wasn't enough, and that was a rematch of a fight that he had already lost. So it's going to be tough for him to get back in that title picture. But Kai Kara France was not deterred. Everyone's reacting to the fight, including none other than the notorious Conor McGregor. He said that Mexican is a little animal of a thing, and so is the little New Zealander also. Two proper goers from completely different parts of the world, two different people, but the same in their own way. They're both warriors. That's what he's saying. They're both warriors. They both were thugging it out. They both are two of the top flyweights in the world, and they both deserve to be in that fight. It was a great bout to watch. Conor McGregor said, a really great bout. The little Mexican is some boy. You have to give it to him walking into the arena with the chick on his arm. Numero uno, champion. So, I will admit, Conor McGregor's a little loose. He might want to be, he's got money to where he can't be canceled. But when I first said Conor McGregor's calling him a Mexican little animal, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like saying boy to an African, like, what's up, boy? You gotta kind of be a little more sensitive with your tonage, or you're gonna get clickbaited out. You know what Conor McGregor said? Who's a Mexican little animal? And he's talking about the little Mexican. It's just, it's kind of but at the same time, he didn't mean any harm by it. Any of the people that would get offended by it, they're just looking for something to get offended by. Conor McGregor was giving a proper salute to these two warriors, to these two animals. They both went in there and they left it all in the cage. Brandon Moreno was on edge, man. He was having a tough fight, but that body kick, the way he dug it in and just shut Kai Kara France down and turned it around, it earned him the fight of the night. It earned him the fourth Davison Figueiredo fight. It earned him some more, probably a million more Legos. Brandon Moreno is the Lego master. The babyface assassin, man, just phenomenal. He for sure became one of my favorite fighters last night. Brandon Moreno, if he was not before, how could you hate this kid? I mean, the spirit he has, he's well rounded. Even the post fight when he talked to Davison Figueiredo won me over. He told Davison Figueiredo, look, I got my family watching at home, so I'm not gonna get on this mic and be extremely disrespectful because I wouldn't want to do that in front of my daughter. I respect you. I forgive you for anything you've done to me. That forgiveness was big to me. Forgive me if I've offended you, he said. I do want to fight you again, though. So Brandon Moreno, hitting on every level. The fight was amazing, and he became one of my favorite fighters last night. And Conor McGregor agrees. He said it was an amazing fight, and he's one of the biggest in the sport. So the fact that he was tuning into that card is also telling. It tells me Conor McGregor is getting back interested in the fight game. He's getting ready to fight again. He's paying attention to everything, and so that's also good to see. There's been talks of McGregor potentially fighting Floyd Mayweather again. Who knows how that's going to shake out? But I've been seeing footage of Conor McGregor. He's getting back in shape, and I'm excited to see what else he's got coming up. But the fact that he's tuning into this fight on what some would call a lackluster card on paper, if you watched it, it was great. But on paper, headlined by Nunes Pena, and then the flyweights, a lot of people were wondering if this was going to be a pay-per-view worth buying. It ended up being a great pay-per-view, and Conor McGregor was tuned in too. So that tells me he's getting back in fight mode, back ready to fight, that fighter's mentality. So with that being said, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments about Moreno versus Kai Kara France and that the performance he had. What do you think about McGregor's reaction, and what was your reaction to the fight? With that being said, it is what it is. I'm out.